There's plus 10 in the 10,000.
Nakay papel.
Wala. Active kini mga kalahin na to ba?
Ay, isa na ba yan sa akin, ha?
Hindi
Yung
ko
picture
ma.
nito.
Hindi man picture.
Ay, yung video niya.
Ha.
May video talaga, nahiya naman ako nito.
Sige na. Alam mo, makakalimutin kami.
O sa magtatagalog na lang ako kasi wala naman sila.
Kaya Tagalog ko na mas maganda.
Kamaya na lang ako mag-ano
Bisaya mo, Bisaya mo naman.
Bisaya ba to? Hindi yun.
Bunga!
Tagalog din sila.
Dili ko, Vic, hindi
Okay.
na ako
Good.
Oh, uy.
Good what? Good afternoon. Magandang hapon.
Okay, good afternoon.
Sige, magre-review tayo ngayon sa ABG Interpretation. My God, sana walang video.
Oh, ayan, si ate, ano?
Okay, I'll have to speak in English then. Ate, you want to join us? You can take this as your guide. Okay. So we'll review today regarding ABG Interpretation. This will be in your as part of your preparation, no, for your competency exam. Are you aware of that one?
Yes.
You will have competency exam, and
No need
this
for
will
one.
include.
No need for one-to-one.
I do not know. But
It's better if like
maybe,
that written.
It's gonna be written. This will be done by your educators.
Oh, better like that.
ABG Interpretation, 5 questions. Medication calculation, 5 questions. And 5 questions for ECG interpretation. Okay. But by popular demand ba? Actually, isa lang nag-demand.
Uy, ako!
Insistent one-to-one.
Ang direct
Let us
question
start
sa'yo,
the review with the ABG interpretation. Okay? So, first, in your ABG interpretation, just like your calculation, there is no choice but to be familiar with the normal values. Okay? It's in your papers. For pH, what is the normal value?
735 to 745.
7.45.
45.
The median between the two is 7.40, right? Okay, we'll use this 40 later. Okay? If the pH is high, what does it mean? Is it acidosis or alkalosis?
Alta.
Alkalosis.
Alkalosis. If pH is high.
Sorry.
Uy, huwag mo ipahiyang trauma ba?
Gani. Tingalan mo po, ha?
If low,
O, bila na.
acidosis. Joke lang yun yata. Ano ba kayo? PCO2.
Sam, nibalin ko, dirikit.
Ay, sorry. PCO2.
Sam. The opposite.
Yan, yan ko yan. Kaya.
Opposite of pH. But what will be the, the normal value?
Ano ba yun talaga?
35. It's 35
35 to
45, right?
45. Yes.
If PCO2 is high, is it acidosis or alkalosis?
High? Acidosis.
Acidosis, correct.
Baliktad.
If low,
Alkalosis.
alkalosis. You know how I try to integrate it in my memory. This is CO2, no? Carbon dioxide. When you drink your Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, and everything, this is also carbonated drinks, and this is acid, sa?
Acid.
So, if this is high, acid. Just
Okay.
remember your Pepsi then. Okay?
Ayoko yun. Hindi ng Pepsi. Ginawa nila dun sa Pilinostomid. Kakainom mo lang sa mga... Hoy, kain lang.
H3O3. And just remember, PCO2 is the what do you call this one? This is the respiratory. Okay, the value for your respiratory, and this is a parameter. Sorry, and this is the parameter for your metabolic, the bicarbonate. What's the normal value of bicarbonate?
22 to 26.
22 to 26. If it is low,
Acid.
it's acid. If it is high,
Alkalosis.
alkalosis. Just like your pH. If high, alka. If low, it is acid. Okay? Now, so that I can discuss to you, I will give you the values. Okay? Let me discuss it by giving an example. This is bed number 47. Who's taking care of bed 47? This is the pH value of your patient. Okay? Okay. I will erase ha. Anyway, it's in your paper. It's in your paper.
Yes.
Okay? pH here is 7.30. That is the pH. The PCO2 is 43. 43.8. Bicarbonate is 20.6. Okay? The first step in your ABG interpretation is to interpret these three values, whether they are acidosis or alkalosis. Okay? So first, the pH. Is this low or high?
Low.
Low.
Low. So if
Acidosis.
it is low, is it alkalosis or acidotic?
Acidosis.
Very good. If low, acidotic. Okay. pH is the...
Hindi na.
Huh? This is not within
Ah,
normal.
pH.
pH is acidotic. pH, this is the state of your body. Okay? Whether your body is, or the patient's body is acidotic or alkalotic. In this case, your patient is acidotic. Okay? Let's go to the, to the PCO2. 43.8.
Normal.
Normal. Normal. Bicarbonate.
Acidosis.
Ay, low.
Low. So is it acidosis or alkalosis?
Acidosis.
Acidosis. Very good. Okay.
Very
Acidosis.
good.
Okay. Your patient's body, as I said, the state of your body, of your patient's body is acidotic. Now, this pH is dependent upon these two parameters. Okay?
So,
Either it is respiratory or metabolic. So, if you can, you can see clearly here that the one causing the acidosis
Is metabolic.
is the metabolic system or the kidneys, no? It's acidosis, which is true, no? Because this patient is renal failure, so he's on dialysis. Okay, so patient is acidotic. Okay, I think everybody knows this. Very good. Wow, mashallah. Uncompensated metabolic acidosis. But why uncompensated? Why did you say uncompensated?
Normal.
Normal. pH is within normal. That means this one is not doing anything. This one is not doing anything. Not pH, but PCO2 is not doing anything. When you say compensation, what does it tell you?
If the other way around is
Maintaining the balance, no? Maintaining the balance. Whether if the metabolic is there's a problem with metabolic, whether the respiratory is trying to help to maintain the balance. Our problem here is acidosis. He should go towards alkalosis. Okay. Are you familiar with carbonic acid bicarbonate buffer system?
Kami
Aba.
Thank you.
Carbonic.
I will do not memorize. I do not require you to memorize this one. Just the thought of this one, so that we would know what is compensation. Okay. Plus bicarbonate. Do not memorize. Okay. I should make it small. Why my eraser cannot erase?
Kasi baka permanent
Hey, it's a whiteboard marker. It's a whiteboard marker.
Lagay mo
Ako,
eraser mo kayo.
Eraser siguro, ang pangit.
Oh, face on eraser.
Fake ang eraser made in China.
Made in Philippines.
Grabe talaga.
Grabe to. Kaka-Independence Day lang natin. Okay. This is your carbonic acid. That's why I told you do not memorize, okay? This is bicarbonate carbonic acid buffer system, okay? This is actually the compensation. This one is happening in your lungs. This is the respiratory system. And this one is the metabolic, the kidneys. Or kidney. My God, ang hirap magsulat. Sorry for my penmanship, okay?
Taas mo siya.
Nalaglag na kasi to. Okay. Here, for example, your patient has a respiratory failure. Okay? The CO2 cannot be expelled out from the body. Okay? So this CO2 will increase, right? This will combine with water to find the carbonic acid. This is actually acid. And this is one causing the acidosis. Okay? In other, for example, this is your patient is kidney failure. It cannot excrete the hydrogen ions. These hydrogen ions will again react with your bicarbonate, forming H2, H2CO3. Again, carbonic acid. Yes, time out. Yeah. Need to. The borrowers need. Okay? So this is what is happening in the compensation. For example, this carbonic acid is increased because of the increased CO2. Okay? Your kidneys will try to break down this one. It will break down these hydrogen ions and it will eliminate through urination. Okay? So this carbonic acid actually will decrease. Okay, so you got it? And here also, if you have a problem with the kidneys, these hydrogen ions cannot be eliminated, forming the carbonic acid Okay, so the lungs will try to eliminate the CO2 so that to reduce the carbonic acid. Okay, so that is how the compensation is happening. Yeah, the balance is happening. That is the compensation. That's the idea of compensation. So now you get it now. Let's go back here. You said this is uncompensatory because the opposite system is normal. You should go towards alkalosis because our problem is acidosis.
So dapat
Right?
alkalis
You should go
siya.
towards alkalosis. This should actually be decreased. Okay? So that we can say, there is a compensation. But since it is normal, then there is no compensation. This is uncompensated. That means here, this one is acidosis. Okay? The hydrogen ions is increased and forming this one by carbonic acid. But your lungs is not doing anything. Okay? Kaliwali. Whatever happens to the kidneys, kaliwali. Okay? He's not doing anything. Which is, in these cases, mama also is on ventilator. And she is sedated. So the normal process of compensation by the lungs is already compromised. No? It will not function. Because she is sedated and ventilated. Okay? Normally, there should be a osmosis breathing, no? If there is a metabolic acid. Fast and shallow breathing to eliminate the CO2 and to prevent the formation of carbonic acid. Okay? I am putting this one because I don't want to say increase, increase, decrease. Okay, this is the one. Increase, decrease, decrease. You will forget that one. Just go back to the basics. Okay? Another example.
Kung
Yes.
maging alkalotic yung PCO2,
Yes, for example, this will become, very good question at if this will become 35 to 45, let's say this is 40, low, so this is alkalosis, right? So here we have a problem, again, it is metabolic acidosis, okay? And then, question, is there any compensation? Is the
PCO2
respiratory
normal
system?
man siya, di ba? 40?
35 to 45, 30, sorry.
30, so alkalosis.
Sorry.
Ay.
Alka. Okay? 30. So it's alkalosis. So our problem here again is metabolic acidosis. Question, is there any compensation?
Yes.
Is the opposite system trying to help? Because our problem is metabolic. So who will help? Respiratory. So we're looking at the respiratory here is going towards alkalosis. So he's trying to help this one. Okay? Trying to help this one. So there is a compensation, but there are two types of compensation. It is partially and fully compensated. Okay? Yeah, this is partially compensated because you go back to the pH. If the pH remains abnormal, that is partially compensated.
pH is abnormal.
Yes, but if the pH became normal, then it is fully compensated. Partially compensated meaning, yes, there is a compensation, but the compensation is unsuccessful. Okay? Unsuccessful. That's why pH still abnormal. Okay? If the pH became normal, you call it fully compensated. Why? Because the compensation is successful. That the pH became normal. The body became normal. Okay? You'll see that in another example later. Okay? So clear, ha? Just remember, in acute compensation, it is actually the lungs who will work. Okay? Like if you have acidosis, in acute phases, it's actually the lungs. The metabolic system, the kidney will take 6 hours for the compensation to happen. Okay? It's just for your information. So usually in acute phases here in ICU, maybe you will see, for example, respiratory acidosis uncompensated in acute phase because the kidney will take time to compensate. It will take 6 hours to start the compensation. Okay? So usually if there is a problem with the lungs, it will take time. It will be uncompensated for the meantime. If ever the kidney is functional.
Galing-galing talaga ni Luis. Mabilis
Di ko yun. Next example, which bed is this one? Okay. This is bed number 46. Ayo ate. 7.45 is the pH. Okay? 27 PCO2 and 20 bicarbonate. So, first step again, interpret each parameter. pH is what? Normal, very good. Okay? When you see a normal pH, do not stop there. Try to see also the other parameters because maybe something is happening. Okay? PCO, how will I go I said, your pH are all normal, your ABG are all normal. I did not stop. Okay? Because I saw the other parameters, they are abnormal. PCO2.
Alkalosis.
Very good. It's low, no? 35 to 45. It's low. So this is alkalosis. Bicarbonate.
Acidosis.
Acidosis. It's low. Acidosis. Just like pH. Yeah, this is acidotic.
So,
So that you will not be confused with bicarbonate, if your pH is, when we are doing CPR usually, patient is acidotic, what we will give? Sodium bicarbonate. No? This is base to make the acids, to make the balance. But we are the one introducing. Buffer system, yes. Okay. Now, you have here normal pH. This is alkalosis and this is acidosis. And this is the time that we can use the medium. 7.40. Okay? Anything above it is leaning towards alkalosis. Any value below it is leaning towards
acidosis.
acidosis. Now this one, it's normal. Leaning towards acidosis or alkalosis?
Alkalosis.
Yes, this is towards alka, but it is normal.
Normal.
Okay? When you're interpreting this one, which one is causing that alkalosis is actually the
Respiratory.
respiratory. They are the same, no? The one causing it is the respiratory system. Question. It is a respiratory alkalosis. Okay? Question. Is there a compensation?
Yes.
We said this is respiratory
Yes.
problem. Is the metabolic system compensating?
Yes.
Yes. Because the problem is alkalosis, no? He went
Then
towards
acid.
acidosis. Okay? To try to make the balance. Now, what kind of compensation? Is it fully compensated or partially compensated?
Fully.
Yes, because the pH is
Became normal.
Meaning he is successful with the compensation. Okay? So, yeah, your mama.
So,
She is successful, fully compensated.
Respiratory.
alkalosis.
Kaya pala ang daming ng consultation. Meron pa talaga siya may
May chance
may
pa.
chance.
May chance pa.
Ganun.
Paano siya, how we will interpret sa fully compensated
Respiratory alkalosis.
Tingnan nyo sa account ko.
Alive.
Another example?
Sa pasyente ko yan.
He said she will come.
Wala kasi ako ibig.
She didn't come, huh?
Wala ka ABG?
Let's say 7.50. And the bicarbonate
pH.
30. This one. Okay, let's interpret all the parameters first. First step. pH. Normal, acidosis, or alkalosis?
Acidosis.
Acidosis. Because it is low, right? PCO2.
Acidosis.
Because yes, it is high, so it is acidosis.
Ay! Do
Go
suction,
and look your patient.
do suction, doctor. Because we are having lecture.
Bicarbonate.
Alkalosis.
Wait, sorry. I'll change. 18.
Acidosis lahat.
Yes, they are all acidosis. So what do you call this one?
Mamamatay na po siya.
Combine?
Mixed.
Mixed pala,
Mixed
hindi combine.
acidosis. This is the one, mixed acidosis.
Mixed
Because what is
acidosis.
happening here, this is true to patients who has multiple organ failure. They have respiratory failure, they have also kidney failure. Okay? So both are failing. So who will compensate? Nobody.
So,
So
no.
both of them will cause acidosis.
So, uncompensated.
This is mixed acidosis.
Yung kanina,
Mixed.
uncompensated uncompensated respiratory.
Mixed.
Yes. Before it was uncompensated. There is a
Ito din.
compensation. Partially compensated.
Ito din.
Ang bicarbonate.
Bicarb.
Uncompensated siya, kuya.
This one we cannot say any compensation.
No
If it is
compensation.
mixed acidosis, then there will be no. We cannot identify the compensation because nobody can actually compensate at this time. They're both failing. so they cannot compensate.
Poor prognosis.
For prognosis.
DNR.
A while ago, I put 30 here, no? She's asking what would be that one. So let us interpret them.
30.
This is acidosis, this is acidosis, and this is alkalosis. Ah,
So, respiratory acidosis.
very good. It's a respiratory acidosis. Is there any compensation?
Yes.
Yes. The opposite system is trying to compensate by going towards alkalosis. This is what it means by going towards opposite system.
So,
Alkalosis.
Partial
Yes. Partially only because the pH is
abnormal.
That means he's not successful with the compensation. So partially compensated respiratory acidosis.
Kapapag naman itong
Ang buhok mo.
Okay? You need one more example? Or or enough na?
walang such thing as combined. O the same lang siya ng
Mixed.
Mixed din siya. The correct term
okay.
is mixed acidosis.
Okay.
Or combined, you might say, but usually it is
Mixed.
mixed.
What if
Ginagamit
kuya
niya.
acidosis tapos yung dalawa alkalosis sa baba?
It cannot be.
Cannot be said.
Can be. For example, here, acidosis.
Tapos din
But
dalawa
here,
alkalosis.
Alkalosis. It cannot be. Why? There's something wrong.
So,
Why? Because as I said, this one is always dependent with these two. Whatever
okay.
happens with the pH, they are dependent
So,
with
it's
the
not
two.
possible.
So there should be, there's no such thing as an ABG like this.
Okay.
One more example, before I will go home. Before I will go home. And
Yung dinosaur.
let's say, oy, may nakikinig sa atin.
Oo.
You should be able to answer it within 5 seconds. 3, 5, 4, 3,
Normal.
2,
Normal, on.
1.
No pressure.
Na-pressure siya. Normal. This is normal.
Normal, man, kuya.
Normal. So it's normal. This is
Nag-isip
normal
ako.
ABG. Okay?
Kinon
Remember what we discussed today is the acid-base balance. In your ABG, I know there's electrolytes there are lactic acid, hemoglobin, the PO2. PO2 is very important, but we will not discuss it. We're concentrating with acid-base balance.
Interpretation.
Yeah, because this is what will be in your exam. Actually, I am the one who made the questions for ABG Interpretation, so I know.
So yung result kuya magdedepende sa ano mo? Sa lecture
Siya ang
mo?
gumawa ng questionnaire. So,
Ay, siya?
kaibiganin natin siya.
Uy, nakalimutan ko na actually.
Normal.
Normal ABG.
Multiple choice lang kuya, no?
No.
Explain what?
No,
Interpretation lang.
Respiratory acidosis and then the
Kailan yan mag-start, kuya?
that would be after ED as per the educator. After ED.
Sana hindi ko na makalimutan.
I don't based on your contract.
Based on contract?
Ah.
You finish, mama?
Parehagay na sa'yo.
Lagi nag-discuss. Wala ko nagawa. Hindi pa ito competency. Nag-review pa. Di pa siya ready. So, sige, mag-review na lang sa atin.
Maybe you
Review ko na lang muna siya.
Ikaw na lang sana mag-review sa amin, Kuya Louie.
Di ba? Ano nga yung sabi
Next time, we'll do either ECG or calculation.
ECG.
Okay.
Pag bukas o pag
Most of the sisters
Ay.
actually are familiar with the ECG interpretation except heart blocks. Sa
heart blocks, oo.
except heart blocks. Because for example, if I will go like this is what? Fibrillatory wave. This is VF, sa?
VF.
If for example, this one, Vita. Okay? If the same shape, mono,
Mono.
means
Mono.
one. Morphic or morphology shape, one shape. So this is the one.
Mono.
Monomorphic. If it is like this,
Poly.
yeah, it's polymorphic. Poly, many shapes. This is polymorphic ventricular tachycardia. How about this one? Atrial what? Sotot
A-flutter.
appearance.
A-flutter.
Atrial flutter. Okay? If like this,
Hindbeat.
AFib.
AFib. You notice here, the rhythm is regular in atrial flutter. In atrial fibrillation, it is irregular. This is heart blocks.
Ngayon na
I
naman.
cannot actually, if I will discuss ECG, I will give to you also the
Handouts.
handouts. But remember, in your first degree, heart blocks, count the PR interval. It should be more than 5 small boxes. Okay? So for example, if you have P wave here, this is your QRS and P wave, you'll count the small boxes here.
So, should be more
It should
than
be
5.
more than
Sorry, not more than, less than siya.
Done.
Less than 5 small boxes or
Second
0.20 seconds since one small box is 0.04. Anyway, kaliwali the 0.20. Just count the small boxes. Should be less than 5 small boxes.
Less than small.
PR interval is from the start of the P wave to the start of the QRS. Huh? That is the first degree. It's very easy. Just remember, if you will see a bradycardia, do not write sinus bradycardia immediately. Count first the PR interval. Because maybe it is a first degree heart block. Because the difference with them is just the, only the boxes. For your sinus bradycardia, it's less than 5 small boxes. For first degree, more than 5 small boxes. Okay? Your second degree, what is the characteristics of second degree? Progressive. Second degree,
Progressive.
either type 1 or type 2, there is a missing QRS. So for example, PQRST.
Type 1 is missing.
Then T wave. Then there is no QRS. Again T wave, QRST.
That one is type 1.
This is actually second degree. Huh? Either type 1 or type 2, there is
No
always a
QR.
missing
QRS.
QRS. Okay, either 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. Okay, type 1, it's very hard to discuss without ECG strips actually.
Morning. Bakit?
Night ka din.
Morning!
Morning day pala.
Bakit eh? Yung sa cabinet.
Good morning din ako bukas. I-endorse mo
Morning.
nila Ate Jeremy yan.
Mamaya.
Baka madala mo.
Oo nga.
This is your type 1 actually, or Mobitz 1. Okay, if you notice, this is increasing.
Oo.
Sa?
So, more than
This is what we call long, longer, longest. And then missing QRS.
missing. Oo.
Okay, because this is the characteristics of second degree, right? Missing QRS. So it will increase long, longer, longest. Then missing QRS. That is type 1 second degree. When you say type 2, it's easy. It'll be the same. Correct. Only
More missing.
not
More-
more misbeats, but
naman.
but the prolongation is not increasing. It's constant. Then another P wave here.
Constant.
Okay. So here it is constant. Same here.
Same.
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 Missing QRS.
Missing.
That is the type 2. Same. It's not prolonging. Unlike here,
Ah.
long, longer, longest. This is type 1. Actually, this one is it's like first degree. Only that in your first degree, it's not increasing, no? In your first degree, there is no missing QRS. Yes, only prolonged PR interval. Okay? So again in your second degree type 1, long, longer, longest, the prolongation is increasing. And then missing QRS.
Sa first degree.
Yeah, second degree is the same, missing QRS. I hope I can give you so that you can appreciate more.
First one is the second degree heart block type 2, no?
Type 1.
Type 1.
Type 1. Okay, second
This
one
is type 2.
Type 2. Same. Missing QRS.
But they are both
The more than is missing, no? It's type 2 sometimes is more it's missing.
this one. Actually, we were not based here. The missing. We will base here the
PR interval.
If they are same missing QRS, what is that?
Constant.
It doesn't matter if 2 missing here, 3 missing, it doesn't matter. As long as the PR interval is not increasing.
In second degree type 2, the same PR interval but with
Missing QRS.
QRS.
In first degree, only increased PR interval, more than 5 small boxes, but there is no missing QRS. That's why I said the characteristics of your second degree is a missing QRS. Okay? Third degree is
no correlation.
yes, no relationship.
Divorce,
They said
no relationship.
yes, divorce. They said this is like marriage, no? In
This one paraling. This one
5 years of marriage, just the husband is going home late. Where's that one?
First degree.
PR interval, no? The QRS is coming home late. Home late.
First
Then,
degree.
first degree is like
First degree type 1.
15 years of marriage.
Fighting.
Coming home late,
Morning! Morning!
not coming home.
Type 1.
For the
It
second
is
degree.
15. But this one, second degree,
Coming home.
this is 10 years, not 15, 10 years. Late, 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 but it's not increasing. Only if the husband is coming home late. But sometimes,
Missing.
he's not going home. So, at 20 years, Ka has no relationship. Because,
How many years now you're
don't kill me, ate.
years na? No, kasi.
Important time.
Ingalong mo.
So that is the first degree. First degree.
Kami late.
Sinus ready mo pericardic.
Heart block.
Wala, assist daw.
For ate, third degree.
Divorce.
No relationship.
No relationship.
In your third degree heart block,
No, ate is ready to mingle. With Dr. Papas.
in your third degree heart block, no, you cannot see any pattern. Okay? Like for example, your heart should be like P wave QRS, no? Love-dub.
Oo.
Atrial ventricles. Atrial ventricles. Atrium should come first. But because there is a complete heart block, they don't have relationship with that. They're not communicating. So they are beating
On their own.
on their own. Okay? So that's why you can see P wave in the middle of the ST segment. Even in the T wave, there is a P wave there because there is no relationship. You cannot see any pattern. Anyway, so soon we will review this one. I missed something also, SVP.
You download this on your CLS retention. There is description, there is
Tingnan mo sa